All right, so the New York Jets made it official with Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn will be the head coach. Well, I can't say will be. He is the head coach of the New York Jets. And I remind you and any of those Detroit Rams fans who are out there that we are not giving the same energy. I did not give the same energy to Terrell Williams. I did not give the same energy to AG. I'm not going to give the same energy, the same Ben Johnson treatment. Because AG did not run to an NFC North rival. So he didn't stay in the division. He also didn't even stay in the conference. AG is in New York with the Jets. He is in the AFC. So yes, we wish AG well. I know there are those of you who don't wish AG well, and not because he went to another team, it's because you hate him as a human being. I get it. I don't know why, but there are those of you out there who hate AG as a human being. Listen, here's what I don't want people to do. And if you want to clip this, go ahead and clip it so you can keep it in your memory banks. I'm not going to call them receipts because, you know, other people do that, and I don't do the type of things that other people do. And, you know, if you know, you know. Here's what I don't want y'all to do. The number one priority that we have for this offseason is defense. We want Brad Holmes to use all the draft picks on defense. We don't care if he offensive line, cool, whatever. But we want all the draft picks to be on defense, namely the defensive line. We had a ton of injuries. Hutch is coming back. Aleem McNeil is coming back. I don't know about Derek Barnes. I'm pretty sure Marcus Davenport is gone. I don't see how you bring a guy back making $6 million a year to play 2 games. I've said it before. I've always said it. I've always stood behind it. Big believer in his talent and ability. A non-believer in his health, his ability, which is availability. That's the best ability, right? So not a believer in that at all. And I was correct. Not a victory lap, not pounding my chest. None of those things. It's just the way that it is. So when everybody's back healthy, and then we get new pieces on defense, we get new defensive linemen, we get, you know, I don't know, maybe another corner. We see how Carlton Davis goes. What I don't want people to do is whoever the new defensive coordinator is, and we can talk about that a little bit later. I don't want people to, if this dude, whoever comes in, is blessed with health, above all else, I don't care about no new people. I'm just talking about health, because this was our Achilles heel. Not literally. Okay. We could say it was our ACL knee or our, you know, it's many things. Okay. But health above all else. If this new coordinator is blessed with that, we don't even have to talk about depth. We don't have to talk about anything. If this new coordinator gets 1, maybe 2 guys on IR, okay? And we're talking about depth guys. We ain't talking about the Aidans and the Aleems. We're not talking about none of those guys. DJ, nobody. I don't want people to be like, see, AG was trash. He couldn't do this, that, and the third thing. Again, remember, Brad Holmes largely built out this offense very quickly. The first couple of years, the premium picks went to the offense. The only non-premium pick that went to the offense, and it was a major surprise that he was able to do what he was able to do after being picked in the 4th round, was Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that's what I just ask you as a favor, to be objective. Because when I come up here 4 days a week, you know, 7 p.m. Eastern, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be objective. And I don't want to sell you a bunch of dreams and things like this. I try to strike a more positive tone because I don't want to be SOL. I don't want to feed off of negativity. Some people do that. Some people don't do that. But when I look at something, I try to see it in more of a positive light for this team because, hell, I don't want to be a paper bag wearing fan. I don't want to do that stuff. I want to have the chance to win the Super Bowl every single year. And I think this is the area. This is the air that we can now be breathed in. Okay? We can now be breathed in that air. So be objective. Look at what AG was doing with this defense when he had the pieces at the beginning of the year. At some point, we were a top 5 defense in the major categories. And I said in the offseason, on paper, I believe that this defense would actually venture into top 5 territory, and we did. And then we had 87 million people on IR, and that was it. Because largely those people that were on IR were from the defensive side of the football. Okay, that was it. AG did whatever he had to do to mask it. What he had, 60% blitz rate, all these things, and we went 15-2, and it looked like to some that we didn't miss a beat, and to others, we knew that we were missing some things, but we didn't want to give that as an excuse because we were 15-2. But if you said, would you rather have the defense that we started off with going into the playoffs or the defense that we went into the playoffs with, 100% of actual Lions fans are going to tell you, well, it's the defense from the beginning of the season. Through the first few weeks of the season, nobody was calling for AG's head. If you came for all the stats and none of the static, if you're trying to keep your Lions news pragmatic, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can get notified when the Motor City Cats are back at it. And plus, you know you can't get enough of the victory buffs.